I've got
Okay.
all these baking stuff from Donna, and a lot of it's been sitting for not for 7, 8 months. So I'm going to go through, get rid of it all, buy fresh, so I know what I have, and not buy such large quantities of things.
Cool.
And
Well, Mr.
the little
Scott,
cookie cutter here. This was made on a
yeah,
3D.
that is darling. That
Yeah,
is darling.
this is Cubone. He was made on a 3D print. So it took like maybe 15 minutes to print him.
That is just darling.
Yeah, he's 3 inches tall.
He is cute. He is cute. Well, you have the floor.
I do. Oh, my floor needs to be swept, but I did vacuum the other part of it. No, what I sent you today are some of the games that are work in progresses. These are ideas I toyed with, worked on, and not sure if I'm going to follow through with most of them, but they are playable. They are fun.
Do you want me to pull them, or do you want to pull them?
You could start with Cannonade.
Okay, hold on.
So
I'll share my screen then. Okay. Share audio, even though it's not audio, but we can share the audio. Either way, it does. It's fine. Got it. All right. Now I'm going to let this Cannonade. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Hide. Okay.
You move the mouse forward and back to raise or lower your cannon. And you try to hit those targets.
What do you call it? I don't know if it's the mouse is working with the cannon right now, or if that's in the code, or if that's just something that happens.
But no, as you move your mouse, it moves the cannon. And the space bar fires it.
At first, I didn't know what it was until I saw the cannon when I was doing the what do you call it? The thumbnail on it. I'm like, oh, that's a cannon.
You can shoot the boxes. You can shoot the targets.
Right now, you can.
Yeah.
How?
The space bar fires the cannon.
Oh, wow. I am new.
And when you shoot the boxes, they explode too.
I like it. I mean, it's simple. Even for me, it's simple. I love simple. Simple.
I like how all the targets explode.
What type of music are you thinking about for this?
Something carnival like.
Yeah. This is cute. Does it only have, how many levels does it have?
Every level is random, so it's endless.
Oh, come on.
But the look is different.
I like that there's no timer on it.
There's like 6 or 7 different looks to it, rooms, views, but there's no real time limit.
Come on, how do you get that stupid one?
You have to aim low.
And doesn't come back down. Okay, good to know.
Right, you have to aim low and just skim over the boxes to get it.
Can this move at all? This little yellow thing?
No,
the stand.
But the only thing that moves is the cannon. So you have to a little lower than that. There.
There we go.
There. Now we're on to the next one.
Wow. How am I gonna get? They're dancing or moving. I like the interaction.
Yeah.
Or the interactiveness of it. That is really cool. Oh, that it can double shoot. Oh, that is awesome. Yeah. So cool.
Yeah, you can just I thought about limiting the number of shots, but that takes the fun out of it.
Oh, I didn't know it could do that for one, but that's hey.
I like how they move.
Just an idea. Okay. Take it for what it's worth. Different colors for the balls.
Okay. Now, when you shoot
cool. What is it?
This is kind of like an Angry Birds type thing when you shoot the
This is really cool. Wow! It's like, what do you call it? Jenga? It reminds me of Jenga.
Yeah.
It really does. Oh, even the things break too.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, wow. You outdid yourself on this one. It's so simple, but it's fun.
Just wait till you see the trampolines.
Oh, there's trampolines now too?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on. Work. It's complicated but fun. You know what I mean?
Those black things are trampolines. Your balls bounce off them.
Oh, do they? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. How?
You have to hit them.
Oh, that is beyond cool. I'm glad I don't get hit. That's awesome. That is cool. Here's an idea.
All right.
Another idea. These trampolines, make more of them and put them in the sky and put them like, where shit. I mean, it's more, what do you call it? More challenging than too.
I had something like that where it was, you had to bounce off there to hit.
Yeah.
Hit them. Yeah. So this is a work in progress. I mean, it's completely playable. It's fun. I haven't added a scoring thing or anything. It's just something to play around with. And
wow, you impressed me. I mean, the way that you can create games like this, it's impressive.
The fun part was coming up with creating the plates when they explode. What I did was I took the main circle, then I created several sprites where I broke it into pieces and moved them. So it's looking at a series of like a 4-frame animation, and then gravity gets involved too.
I like it. Now, question is this is still 2D, right? Or is it a little bit of 3D?
This is 2.
Okay. It's still fun. I mean, it keeps you occupied. It's like a torpedo. I love it when it does that. When you just smash the whatchamacallit,
the crates.
Yeah. That is cool. It just misses. I'm just missing the sound. That's all right now.
I know. I've got to add the fire for the cannon and then shattering plates for the targets and stuff.
This is cool. I mean, this is really like rapid fire almost. And I'm glad that they move. They're like moving targets big time. What happens if the target hits the cannon? Did you die? Did you hear me?
No, my screen froze up for a moment.
What happens if the target gets the cannon? Do you die?
No. I haven't figured out how to, I haven't figured out what would be a end type thing. So I first thought about giving you guys like 15 cannonballs. And once that's gone, then you lose a life. I haven't figured out what to do.
The other thing I would say is put a little bit more, put scenery in here.
Yeah. Now I got silly with the game. I changed, instead of a cannonball, there's a man.
Well, hey, why not? Give it more of a human touch. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got this guy flying around knocking over things. It was funny.
Well, the good part about it is you're having fun with it.
Yes.
Like you tell me.
Now, what would you say was more addictive, this or Galaxy Pop?
Galaxy Pop.
Okay.
Do you want to know why?
Sure.
There's a couple, actually, probably more than a couple reasons why. Number one, There's theme music.
Okay.
This is much more simpler. There's, you don't have much of a challenge with this game.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I'm gonna go back to my.
Well,
You don't have much. Yeah.
I made this game. I wanted to make something like an Angry Birds type thing, where the physics type game where you knock stuff over, and I came up with this theme of having a cannon where you're shooting stuff.
It's
and
good.
I added the targets and the crates. So, yeah.
I still like the Puppet game, the Galaxy Puppet game better. Why? Because there's more involvement. There's granted, this is the beginning of this game, and, there's much more that you can add to it. Like the first game that I played with Galaxy Pop. The only thing I did not like about the game is it was very hard to see.
Yes, and thanks with your help, I managed to change it with adding numbers to the blocks so you know what's what.
Well,
yeah, it's gotten better.
Well, it's just not because it's hard to see. It's because of the fact that there's so many types of colors and how the monitor can display those colors.
Yeah.
So it's even in the background in certain levels.
Yeah, I know.
The color is going to blend in with that.
Yeah, I had that too, and like you said, adding the numbers makes it stand out a little more because
definitely.
Some with like a yellow background, the yellow squares just no.
Yeah. Like for instance, when you have the sun and stuff and you have, a block that looks identical, and it's like, okay, there's no block there, but yet you have like a star there and it's holding on to something. So anyways, but yeah, this game, 1 out of 5, I would give it probably a 2 right now.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, it's fun. It's playable, but there's not much with it. There's not much going for it. So yeah.
So I'm gonna move on to the next game. Okay. Which one do you want me to do? Random Tower or Kungfu?
Random Tower, because the Kungfu thing's gonna take some explaining.
Okay. Oops.
Because I'm basing it off of something.
Random Tower, though. Yes.
Yeah, we can do Random Tower.
Okay. Okay.
Now this uses the arrow keys to move. And when you're trying to find the exit and you have to avoid the green dots. So the yellow squares are doors. So you have to walk through them.
Oh my goodness. Oh shit.
Oh, now back away.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like almost like a Pac-Man type thing.
Almost.
You know what I mean?
There's like 30. There's like 30 some. There's like 30 some rooms before you get to the exit.
I'm dead. No.
Well, I don't have that feature yet.
Okay. This is so. I love it. I really do.
And every time you play it, it's random map.
Well, I can't go any other place.
Sure you can. Okay. Go back to the room and I'll go to the left.
Oh, this is cool. Okay,
then you got straight up, there's 2 more doors. Yeah.
This is cool. Oh, shit. Oh. I gotta go the other way. This is beyond cool. Now, I would say I would give this game I'd give this game a 3.
Now, I think if you hit the escape key, it restarts. Because there's no. I have to add a.
You don't.
I know
escape doesn't work.
Probably just Shoot, maybe I don't have a key. Spacebar? There we go.
Spacebar resets it. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't added a feature yet where it checks for no, if there's, if you end up with no exits, that it ends or something.
I want music now.
I know.
I do. I want music. I want personally, I would want music.
What type of music would you think would go? Like a haunting type, a space type?
You know how not to say that you're going to do the copyright thing, because no, something similar to like Pac-Man, but anytime that the Green Goblins, oh, I don't, you know what I mean. The green things get closer to you, and they can kill you.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume they can kill you.
Yeah.
That the music turns to a more of a dramatic thing.
Yep. And they only chase you so far before they stop.
So, what is the object of this game?
To escape.
Shit. Escape from what?
Where you're in. The whole maze. And there's you have to get like 35, 36 rooms before you get to the exit.
No, I really like this. This is really cool. Can they kill you though?
Eventually, yes. Well, they will later on. I'm just trying to get the movement and the following features properly.
I like it. I just want music.
Yes. So the one is still following you.
Yeah, I know. I can't get him off my tail.
Yes.
He's like, where are you?
Yeah.
It's like, I give up. You're too fast for me, kid. Shit.
Saturdays with Kelly is a little bit above PG-13. Nah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
That's why shit, come on. I'm going to die here. Hey.
Well, no, you can't die in this yet.
No.
No.
That's good.
That's good. Yes, that's good.
Get away from me now. Bye.
Stop following me.
I like this. This is, what do you call it?
Yeah.
This is beyond cool. Oh, move.
Yeah, you've got that door to your right. Yeah. Well, no.
Come on. Okay, I'm trying to get out of their way. Shit, another one. Come on.
The good news is you move faster than they do, so you can't outrun them. Except for when you get trapped.
You're having fun watching this, aren't you?
Oh, I have fun playing it. You should be getting to the end pretty soon.
Oh shit! It's like Pac-Man in the It really is.
Yeah.
Work. Okay, I can't go anywhere. All right.
Yeah, you've got all kinds of spaces way back where you started. We got this too.
Shit. I mean, how you create these games, I like it. I really, really like it.
I'll explain what I did is that each room is it's a 96 pixel by 96 pixel square. And the wall sections where there are not doors are 32 pixel bars. So I left a space where a door will be. And when a room is created, it randomly picks in those spots, north, south, east, west, if there will be a yellow square there for a door.
Okay.
So that's how it figures out the doors, that when you touch the door, it checks to see if that space in front is open. If it's free, it places a floor section. Then it draws the walls and places the door. If the area is not free, it doesn't do anything. Okay, so this is the version. This does not have the ending to it. Okay. Otherwise, you would have found the. Otherwise, you would have escaped by now.
Okay, I'm not escaping.
No, I don't think you're going to in this. But this is what Like I said, this is all a work in progress thing.
This is definitely
I have thought of making a 3D version of this as well.
I would. It's a lot of work, but yeah, it's definitely well worth it.
Yeah, so I think it'll be fun.
You'd have what is it? You'd have cameras.
Well, I just have the camera where the player is.
Okay.
And the player would only see the area that they're in, the room they're in.
Right.
When they get to a door, then they will see the next room and maybe an enemy there. And I could make this little shooting game, or just a runaway type thing. But yeah, this is all random.
I like it.
Yeah. Now I do have one where the rooms are different sizes, but I haven't figured out how to get it so that it doesn't have the larger squares overlapping the smaller squares, or creating these weird trap sections where you've only got these thin corridors.
This would be really extra special, if you will, being 3D.
Yeah.
Because, the camera would follow you. But yeah. All right.
So,
now.
Yeah. And so now,
yeah.
So this is I have a print and play game called Solo. It's a stealth mission game, and you have a whole deck of cards which represent the different rooms you're in, and you place the cards as you move from one section to another. And some of the cards have guards, some of the cards have places you can hide to avoid the guards and stuff. So I thought that's kind of a neat idea, because every time you play this little tabletop game, the board looks different. So I decided to try something like that with the computer, where you have a maze to go through. And in this case, it's going to be the last square is going to have a spaceship. So the object will be to start where you are, avoid all the guards or whatever, and get to the spaceship. So right now I've been working on, and this is fun, the avoiding, but I do have to add all kinds of stuff like combat mat. Now this is Kungfu 2100. This is based on a board game by Steve Jackson Games that came out in the 1980s.
Okay.
In it, you are the character in white. You have to defeat all the guards and destroy the computers and those chambers. I don't have the destroying of the chambers yet that work. Also, on the far right, you'll see a man wearing like a long coat. he is the main bad guy. You have to fight him as well. Um, to fight, Q, A, and S are your punches, and W, S, and X are your kicks. So right now you're being attacked.
Okay, now. Okay. How do you move?
Arrow keys move you.
Okay. No. This is cool. Whoops. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I like this.
Now, what's kind of fallen apart in this game is having to decorate the building, adding all the floor, all the electronics, and that's the part I get bored with. Now, the images you see are taken from the game The Movies, which is a game where you play a movie production studio. I created the sprites and imported them into the game. So that's why they have this unique look about themselves.
I like this.
And you should have in the corner your 3 things showing your lives. I can't tell because you've got the life sign over the top, but I don't think so. So yeah, so this is this game right now. You can't destroy stuff yet, so don't bother. You can just beat people up. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you did die and you start at the beginning again.
Okay.
So
this is cool. I like it. So you can definitely there's a lot involved.
Yeah, and for me, making the building, that's the part that I really don't enjoy the decorating part. Placing all the floor pieces, taking where the kitchen is, putting in the kitchen, putting in the bedrooms, the bathrooms. I find that mind-tastingly boring. I mean, Lazy Quest was about the limit for me. And Sumo Warrior was something because I made like 4 houses and I just rotated people through them. So I didn't have to design like 15, 18 houses for people.
So the aesthetics. Yeah.
Yeah. So this base, there's when you first walk in, the area at the top is where the slave girls live. So I got to put like bunk beds and stuff in there. Then I've got a kitchen. There's a few bathrooms. There's the security room, the main guy's bedroom. It's just, there's a lot of rooms, but I've liked the board game. It came in the Space Gamer magazine, which is available for download. So yeah, it's a fun little board game. But I decided to try to make a computer version of it.
Okay.
So, but these are the things I have currently,
that you're working on.
Right.
The Cannonade game, like I said, it would be really cool if you would have theme music to it, and at least theme music to start. Even a change background.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking, like I said, this is like a circus type thing, so I might have a background with a circus, maybe a big top, maybe a circus wagon or 2.
Definitely make it more more interactive, more appeasing to the eye. The other one,
I'm glad you like the trampolines. Those were fun.
I do. I think you should just put more trampolines in there. For instance, up, so it can make it more challenging with the targets.
Mm-hmm.
And if just suggestion, if you hit the trampoline right and it hits you, you can die. Just a thought.
Yeah. Oh, I thought about that too, making the cannon explodes and stuff.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. I know aside from that, now the other game, the Kungfu game, yeah, I mean that's genius. It really is. I just, and honestly, yeah. I didn't think twice when I first started doing all this stuff that it could be this fun. And I understand where you're coming from. Creating is not as fun as playing, but yet, it's a way. It's definitely in development.
Well, the Random Tower game took me about an afternoon
Oh,
to come up
really?
to work on. Yeah, because I drew this floor, then I had to figure out where to place, the corner sections, because that's drawn at the corner walls, and then would randomly pick whether to place a door or a wall in those openings. And then, so yeah, that was the fun part. That
You're
didn't
giving,
take long to make.
yeah, you're giving me an idea. When I get better with my C# of actually, put, because I mentioned to you that I wanted to create a pinball game, and you're
Yeah.
actually giving me an idea to, put hidden doors in
Mm-hmm.
my pinball game. So you are definitely giving me ideas here.
Well, that's
So
good. I'd rather be inspiring than aggravating.
no, you're not aggravating by any means. Um, Other than that, yeah, I was really happy to, at first when I'm like, well, looking at these games and I was putting it up for a thumbnail, I'm thinking, what are they? I mean, it's like, what are you doing? That doesn't make sense. And it's like, okay, you want me to throw up 3 games that don't do anything.
Well, well, like I said, they're playable, they're fun, but I really don't have,
No,
they're
that's
playable, they're
no,
fun.
and that's fine. That's why, one reason why we're doing all this is because I get to learn just like anyone that goes on these replays and the live chats and stuff. It's like that's why this is a Q&A. If anyone joins, that is. So my point is that if something happens down the road and they have a question about it, I will definitely field these questions to you.
Yeah.
You're the creator, so
Oh, sure. And I can work on doing a 3D version of that tower game.
yeah, I would.
Now that you mention that does sound like it would be fun.
I
And it's
think it
kind
would
of
be
in the back
more
of my mind. So yeah.
right. I think it'd be more interactive if you did 3D.
Yeah.
Not only that, but I mean, heck, nowadays when you have 3D, even if it's on a computer, you would still have that. It's like you're in the game, if you know what
Well,
I
I
mean.
do have, the nice thing is I have 3D templates now. So I can
Oh,
just pull one up and change the features I want. All the 3D code and stuff is in there. I just need to change the floor sections, the walls, and it's good to go. So that's one thing I've done is I have a template put aside for 3D, for role-playing games, for shooting games. So if I want to make something, I've already got most of the basics already done.
okay.
So
Yeah, I myself, I'm learning Unity for C#, especially after I get all that stuff, I'll be doing Blender to create my characters and stuff.
yeah.
Outside of that, also cinematic. Well, I'll show you instead of just telling you. I'll share my screen again. So, okay.
Oh, I like that screen.
What screen? Was that the screen that showed us?
No, the background with the tent and the stuff in the sky.
Oh, yeah. Is that, okay, oh, okay, that's what screen it's on? Okay, then I gotta move this to, all right, bring it over here, and then, Are you seeing this at all or not?
I'm seeing you moving your mouse over stuff.
Can you see this?
I'm not sure what this is.
Oh, this. Okay. 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 Hold on.
I have this infinite number of ducks I'm looking at.
Okay. It's okay. It's going to be like that. Remove. Remove. Stop screen. All right. And
Oh, my eyebrow
share,
is off.
share my screen. Which screen am I sharing? This screen. Okay. All right. Now, the other ones that I wanted to share with you is my learning that I'm doing. So, obviously, that one, come on. There we go. So, these are the other games that I'm doing. All courses. There we go. So, this one, I bought along with this one.
Okay.
So, I'm not sure what RPG is.
It stands for role-playing game.
Okay.
Sumo Warrior is a role-playing game. Dungeon Rescue is a role-playing game. Anything where you create a character that has characteristics, well, where you're playing somebody, is a role-playing game. Pac-Man's not a role-playing game, but Zelda is a role-playing game.
Oh, okay. So I'm all within my okay. So then I also got this, so I could create animated characters. And the other two I got were making a cinematic car chase, in Blender, so I can add that to my my what do you call it? My games. Also this one, so I can definitely do the animation portion of it.
Okay.
So makes it more interactive, I guess. So, anyways.
Now, everybody who plays games plays them for different reasons.
Yeah.
Some people love story. Some people love a well-designed game that has a good look. Some people like combat. There's no way to create a game that's going to appease everybody. I've got one guy I know in Texas who spends months creating his rooms. They're cinematically beautiful, but I know people who will walk in that room in the game or the light coming through the window and the shadows he created. But there are people who do. There are people who will just marvel at that. So when you create your games, realize you're not going to have elements for everybody.
No.
So
I wanted to make it as real as possible, but at the same time having fun, enjoying yourself, make it a little bit challenging. And if I like it, I'm not alone. So if I like it and I'm getting a kick out of playing it, I did my job.
yes.
The whole purpose of doing all this, for me, the whole purpose of doing all this stuff is to, number one, learn a valuable trait, something that's perhaps not in the market right now, and that you're adding to it, and make it challenging, and at the end of the day, make it fun.
I enjoy making the games because of the challenge.
Right.
And plus I have an idea of, I make the games that I want to play. I want to make a game where you have fighting cows, so I made that game. I came with Duckworth because I wanted to make a game where you're fighting ducks, and the ducks shoot back. So it's fair this time. It's not just one-sided.
No.
And I'm not a big fan of the games where you have to pass this level to move on.
Yeah.
I don't like that. because I've had games where I've stopped because that's as far as I've ever managed to go. Deck Wars, you lose a battle, you lose a battle. There's more. Sumo Warrior, you lose a fight, there's more. It's not like you have to keep going with things. And I really don't, most of my games are like that.
Out of all of the games so far, though, I still like the Poppet game, the Galaxy Pop. Yeah, I really do. I fell for the game. I really did. The next one would be, what do you call it? What's the Kung Fu game? It was the other one. The Random Tower would be the second one. Because there's mystery, there's intrigue, there's like, where do I go next? Yes. But I would seriously put some theme music in there, and that if those green things, those green goblets or whatever they are, anytime they get closer to you, they can kill you, blah blah blah, kind of like Pac-Man, if you will. But anytime they get closer to you,
I'm also going. The game will have a closer. The game will have a closer view, so you won't see the whole map. You'll see like a small section of it. So you'll have more detail of things. But yeah, when I make it first person too, that will also add to it.
Well, in that case, when you're making it 3D, just a subtle suggestion is that you can have, make one camera, sure, but also I would make it another. I would make another camera, or like an external camera showing every, like
a mini map in the corner of the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that. Make my hands right. Yeah.
I definitely would. I would, where it could be on the side at all times.
Yeah.
Or however you look at it. But it'll show you where you're at. It'll give you more of a broad look, and you have that specific look, right there for the player. That's what I would do. Like I told you about my pinball game that I want to create. Every single level. In other words, the next level, they're on the first level, and the next level that they'll be on, they'll have like a blueprint of what they're going to be doing.
Yeah.
But it's going to be there. Obviously, it's going to be more challenging, blah blah blah. But it's definitely going to be available. And even when they first start it, I would probably do about maybe the first, I don't know, five levels, all in a row to see, what they can master.
Okay.
It's a thought.
Well, yeah. I mean, my games have, like the Cannon game, Bumper Betty, Galaxy Pop. Those games all use a random creation of item placements. So this way it gives them a look of a different level. The background changes as well. It's not like you look at, say, Pac-Man, the arcade game. They actually, the guy actually made 99 rooms. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'd rather just make it a random thing. That way it's like people say, oh, I played this level and I had this, and they're like, I didn't have that when I was on this level, I had this. And so it's not like, I'm really tired of games, role-playing games, especially the online games where everybody saves the princess. There's no, seriously, you play World of Warcraft, Champions Online, Star Trek Online, everybody does the same adventure, everyone does the same quest. There's no individuality. And no, I mean, that's what I like about tabletop role-playing games, is that I write adventures just for this group. And when people talk about the adventures, it's like, I want to do that. And they're like, no, you can't, because, only I can do this. Only I, in one of my role-playing games, the players were on a ship chasing another ship. And they're firing at it, trying to sink it. There's zombie pirates on board. And I put a throwaway line of, sharks come sailing past your boat. heading towards the other one because there's blood in the water because there's zombies on board. One guy got the idea, oh, can I ride one of the sharks? And I said, sure, give it a try. And another player said, oh, I want to ride one too. So I had them roll to see if they jumped, landed on a shark successfully, which one did, one barely did. They raced to the other boat on top of the sharks, and they see a big hole and a feeding frenzy going on in a net.
Yeah.
And so they're going to grab the net and climb up. Well, the one guy grabs the net, climbs up. The other guy barely grabs the net before the shark disappears into the ship. And they take the fight on board to the zombies. And one of the guys is telling his friends about this. And his friends are all, we want to play that game. We want to do that. And he's like, no, you can never ride the shark. Because that's not that type of game. And that's the type of games I want to make. Where people play them and they get to only be the one to save the princess.
Yeah.
I'm working on a system to create that, but until I get that to work right now, it's like everybody has to save the princess.
Oh, Lord. You'll get there. You'll get there. No, it can be random. It can be random.
Yeah.
I did want to tell you about that book that you mentioned to me so far. Yeah. You may not like what I have to say about it so far, but I'm going to give it another shot.
Okay. You're talking about the first books of the Horus Heresy.
Yes, Horus Rising.
Yes.
My first impression of the book so far, I'm lucky if I give it a 2.
Okay.
The reason I say that so far, I'm going to give it another chance. But when I first read, I want to call it the epilogue of the book itself, it's like
back cover.
No. The front cover inside, like the like the first page of the
prologue.
Right. So
because the epilogue comes at the end.
So fine. The prologue then. I'm reading and it's like, okay, all right. So Horus Rising. Horus is like the god. It's like the what do you call it? The reigning prince, if you will. He does everything right. He's perfect beyond belief. That's what I'm getting out of it so far. I was like, oh, great. So, moving forward, I'm trying to get into the book. It's like, okay, is all of this about war and, civilization is gone and, basically the god happens to be Horus. I mean, that's what I'm getting out of it so far. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Tell me. I want to know if this is a book worth more than what I'm giving it now.
Horus is a Primarch. He's one of 12. He's one of 12 Primarchs the Emperor of Mankind created.
Okay.
The 12 sons were taken away from him and scattered across the universe. The Emperor went and searched for them. Horus was the first he found. Horus is his favorite son.
That would make sense why he's like
Horus's ability. Well, Horus became the war master of the crusade to unite mankind who's been scattered throughout the known universe. He's a warrior supreme. He's a diplomat. He's someone who's trained to handle a lot of situations, which is one reason he got the job. And this is the first book of a very large series in which you meet Horus as a man. Even though he's like 9 feet tall, he's still a man.
He's that tall?
Yes, Primarchs are like, well, actually, Primarchs might be larger. Space Marines are around 8 feet tall. Primarchs, I think, are 3 feet higher.
Well, on the book, it looks like they're robots or machines.
No, they wear powered armor.
Okay.
They wear armor that but no, Primarchs are genetically created. Space Marines are genetically altered humans. So, but yeah, I mean, the first book it's interesting. I like it because you meet Horus as an interesting individual, and then in the second book is where he starts to be turned by the forces of chaos against his father, the Emperor. So yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm definitely gonna give it a second
No, because
chance.
Horus is a tragic individual
What do you mean
because
tragic?
this may spoil some of the book for you, but it might also intrigue you.
It'll probably intrigue me.
Horus gets stabbed with a special blade, which when the blade is sent upon to kill an certain individual, the blade's entire existence is to kill this one individual. And some people send this blade to kill Horus. When Horus is wounded by it, he is taken into a temple where he is locked inside for several days.
Okay.
Inside, he has a vision where he meets a robed figure, which is actually an evil person who's invaded Horus's dreams, and shows Horus a future of what life is like after the Crusade. And Horus, along with 5 of his brothers, are completely written out of history. You see statues to all the other Primarchs. There's planets named for them. There's honors for them, but not for Horus and several others. And this convinces Horus that his father's using him, that his father, the Emperor, is using him for his own gains, and is going to throw Horus aside.
Right.
And so when Horus is healed, he gathers his 5 brothers and explains to them what the future will bring for them, and that his father is a bit of a betrayer and is going to return to Earth to overthrow his father. Because Horus doesn't want to do all this and just be cast aside, worthless. So he and his 5 brothers, along with their legions of Space Marines, turn upon the Emperor of Man, and that sets up the Horus heresy.
Okay.
And Horus knows the forces of chaos are behind it, but he feels that he can control it. That
right.
Oh yeah, they may be evil demons and stuff, but I know what I'm doing. I can stop this. And you know how things like that turn out.
What's interesting to me is that there's more than one author for this series. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Normally with a series, you don't have more than tops maybe 2 or 3 authors, if that. But not only that, but it's so many in the series. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yes, Game Workshop has the whole crew of writers, and there's hundreds of books and all the other Warhammer series out there, not just the Horus Heresy stuff.
I'm just surprised. Maybe that's the wrong way of looking at it, but
all these
interesting.
And plus, all these books are telling one continuous story.
Yeah.
So they're huge. In fact, the author notes at the end of the book talk about having sit-down meetings with the company's producers, directors, authors, big charts describing how they're going to format things, what this is going to consist of, so the authors know what they're writing. It's not like, okay, you're writing a book which has this. It's now this thing's laid out and structured because there's a lot of stories in this. The war takes place over a 10-year time span.
Okay.
So there's a lot of elements in it. And then in book 55, they finally reached the Sol system. So there's 8 books in which leading to the siege on Terra and the final battle between Horus and the Emperor. Which is interesting because people who know the story know how it ends, but we're finally learning out the whole journey.
Okay. All right. I'll definitely give it another chance, because last night I was looking through it. I think it was last night or the night before I was looking through it. It's like, okay.
But you can't just pick a random page and read because that doesn't help.
No, I'm not picking a random page. I was going through the first chapter, and it's like, okay. So, yeah, I thought I'd bring that to your attention. The one book that I'm not gonna DNF, but I'm going to take back to the library today. Most likely will be the book Scythe. It's basically where the devil incarnate takes on the jury and judge and jury of everything. And if he visits your home, I thought it would be a mystical figure, but the way that the book is depicting it, it's a man. It's a gray-haired man. It's like you're humanizing this mystical figure and whatever. So anyway, after I read this, I was still in the first chapter. It's like, really, why are you humanizing this figure when they're supposed to be mystical? At least that's how I understood it. And I lost my interest in it, so I'm going to end up taking it back.
There was many years ago, I caught late at night a book series, and they were in the middle of this book. It was where the devil was here on Earth, and he left hell because he's in this book. He's talking with a therapist, and she wants to do past life, and he's like, I know all my past lives. I know all this. And she asks him about how did you end up being the, leader of hell, the Prince of Darkness? He says, well, it's a weird, kind of an odd story, he says, because when all of creation was being created, God said there needs to be a place for bad people, and it's not going to be a fun place to be because there's going to be bad people down there. And none of the angels wanted the job. And he's like, all right, fine, I'll do it. And God's like, are you sure? Because no one's going to like you. And it's like, somebody has to do it. So he got the job of running hell because somebody had to do it. He's like, I know everyone hates me. What?
Do you remember the book?
No. I mean, I just caught the section of it.
Okay.
But I like the fact that the devil, the reason he is run hell is because it was a job opening.
I'm checking see if I can find anything worth looking at, for books like that. Books search. Only thing that comes close maybe would be Another Man's Ground. And I imagine it's a number of years that when it was produced. So, other than that,
I don't remember anything more from the book than just that one little passage, because I thought that was funny.
Well, I put hell with a job opening.
Okay.
But anyway, thanks for joining me.
I don't really have much more to show off because I'm got holidays and stuff coming up, and I want to focus with some of the projects that I currently have. So we've pretty much covered
everything. No, that's fine. What I'm gonna do for next Saturday, which is, gosh, I don't even know. Probably on the 10th, I'll probably work on creating what I'm doing with that stuff. I mean, it doesn't It doesn't matter. But I'm doing live shows every Saturday, so it doesn't really matter what the content is. It's basically whatever.
Yep. I'll be available. I'll be available next week. I will probably be in the truck because I have to work next weekend.
Okay.
Actually, I'll be working for the next 5 weekends.
Did you want me to invite you to the live broadcast?
Because we can talk and stuff, and I can
Okay.
field questions. We can tell bad jokes. I can show off my cookies.
I love that.
I was gonna bake today or Monday, but the Menards sent me a text that my new back door and the frame showed up. So Monday, my brother-in-law are picking it up. So Monday, I'm probably going to be doing that. I'm leaving around 3 or so this afternoon, going to Elkhart Lake for Road America NASCAR for Sunday. But I bought all my baking supplies. I just don't know if I'll be able to get to them.
Sure. Well, today I'm
going to be at work until August 9th because August 10th is Star Wars Woody Bobblehead Night. And I want a Star Wars Woody Bobblehead.
Okay.
Woody is Woody Woodchuck. He's the mascot for the Wisconsin Woodchucks.
Oh, okay.
Our local baseball team.
Well, that's cool. Yeah. One of these days, when it gets cooler outside, I would definitely say, yeah, I'd love to go to a live game.
Okay. Well, August 10th is pretty much their last home game.
Okay. Well, if it's hot outside, no. But if it's tolerable, yeah, I would definitely go to a live game and have like a brat and something else.
They don't serve brats anymore. They have
a hot dog or a hamburger or whatever.
I was surprised because I went for a hot dog. It's like, we have pizzas and pretzels. Huh?
Okay.
And it was what?
Is it interesting?
It was. What I found weird was that the team we were playing Thursday is the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders.
Okay.
Which isn't. It's a friend and I were like, what's a dock spider? It's like, well, it probably comes out of a banana boat or something. We couldn't figure it out. And look at the mascot, and it's a guy in a spider costume.
Okay.
God, a friend of mine would be afraid. Because a friend of mine would have a problem because he's afraid of spiders. But some of the names for those teams are unique. I will say that.
Definitely. Yeah, if it's cool, I mean, it's like in the 70s and 80s, that would be fine. But if it's 90 plus, there's no, I don't want to sit in hot weather.
No.
Like today, it's supposed to be 90 plus. No.
Yeah. Same thing tomorrow. I know. It's like I'm really. If it wasn't for the fact that the tickets were $85 each.
Dang.
I know. It's like it's going to be 92 tomorrow down in Elkhart Lake. I plan to be there at 6 a.m. because it's a big NASCAR. Yeah. So
where it's nice and cool out in the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm gonna get back to work. I'm gonna eat some lunch. Thanks for joining, and then I will send you an invite for next Saturday. All right.
And when I get the 3D random thing done, I'll send you a copy.
All right, cool. And then we can definitely preview it on here.
Alrighty. Till next time. Bye-bye.